friends! So for the past few years, every time I go to the pumpkin patch, I've wanted to get a giant pumpkin. And I've always been like, no, I don't need it. What am I gonna do with that? Do I really want to carve that? But this year I was like, nope, I'm getting a giant pumpkin. So that's what I'm doing today. So come along with me and let's carve a giant pumpkin. Okay, bye. First, Michael Myers led us on a magical journey through the forest until we were led to a two-armed pumpkin with a good sense of direction.
This way, bitch.
Afterward, we began our trek to find the perfect pumpkin. We saw pumpkins as far as the eye could see. But then suddenly, the perfect one stood out. So I said, "That one, you peasant!" And we were on our way. Out of all these pumpkins, she is the chosen. She's ready. That's a huge bitch. So now, I have to carve her. We weighed it last night. It weighs 88 pounds. It's a big pumpkin. I can't even pick it up myself. For reference, this little cute bundle of pup right here is 25 pounds. It's giant, isn't it? Shake. Oh, smartest boy alive. This is my brother's design. We're gonna make him look like he wants to eat small children. I chose to look like a Beetlejuice ass looking bitch today, so here we are. This is a Big Mac's pumpkin, so it is actually intended to be like a big jack-o'-lantern. So it is a carving pumpkin. She was $50. I don't think that there's really else much to say, so I think we should just jump right in. We're just gonna cut her open. I had to hide everything because of my cat. Of course, a Halloween bowl to put its guts into. And then we have carving tools. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Don't worry, we have something better than this. So in a video before, I mentioned that it was in the video where I made my own tombstones for Halloween last year. I'll link it down below if you want to watch it. And we got these, which are actually drywall saws, but they're really sharp and they're really good for cutting through things. So we use these a lot with the really dense styrofoam for the tombstones. And my brother actually recommended that we use these for pumpkin carving because he's like, my brother's a psychopath and he's like, yeah, I can carve like 20 pumpkins in 3 minutes with this. Let's just see what happens. I'm really excited for this. Oh my god, these noodle arms. I'm already tired. So usually when I carve pumpkins, I do this like zigzag structure for the top. I know a lot of people just do circles and that honestly gives me anxiety. I don't know how people do that. The pumpkin shrinks and gets funky and then the top doesn't sit right. And this one's gonna go jump in a bag of sharp knives. Sounds about right. It smells different, like a not quite ripe yet pumpkin. So let's see what it looks like when it's peeled off. Holy shit. So that's the inside. And here is just the stem. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, so we did some hypothesizing last night. My brother thought it was gonna be 2 inches thick, and my sister thought it was gonna be 6 inches thick, and it's probably closer to 6 inches. That's thick. So now we just have to empty out the pulp. And you know what's weird is I don't really see that many seeds. The seeds do look, I think this is like typical pumpkin sized seeds. This doesn't actually feel like a normal pumpkin either. It's like actually quite dry. It's just kind of dry and peeling off. It's not too liquidy and gross. Oh no. That was part of the top. That's gonna be a problem later. Whoops. This is like one of my dreams, man. Dream big. Okay, so let's just start scooping. Do you guys leave one of your pumpkins lit all night so you don't get murdered by Sam? I'm just trying to make sure that it's really clean because I know I'm gonna have to use bigger candles. There is definitely pumpkin in my hair. Hey bitch, shut the f up. Oh, there's pumpkin everywhere. No! That's pretty much it. Hello. 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 Yeah, she's pretty clean. I would advise if you're carving a giant pumpkin to not wear white pants. But you probably already knew that because you have common sense. So now let me show you what the inside looks like. She's pretty hollow. Yeah. I think we're ready to start carving our face. So before we do that, I'm just going to cut off. Oh my god, that's so heavy. You know what, I'm gonna do this on the ground because this is heavy. I'm just gonna cut off the bottom of the stem. We cut the stem flat. Oh, I just realized that my fiance did the dishes. What a baller. So now we're just going to clean her off. Wipe down the lid, the whatever the f it is. Now let's get to carving. One eyeball down. Second eyeball. We're almost done. Going a bit off course here. I don't know if I told you this story, but when I was a kid in elementary school, it was kindergarten, the teacher sent me home with scissors and lined paper, like lines drawn on a paper, because I had to practice my cutting because I was so bad at following lines. Clearly, nothing has changed. She's trying to summon demons. Leave her alone. She's plotting how to murder us in our sleep. It's her time. No. How is she ever going to take over the world if we don't give her time to plot? This is a good time to quickly remind you that if this is your first video here with me, that my name is Anda. I am a writer, and I have a podcast called The Tantalus Feast where you can listen to my original fiction. It is up on, all major podcasting sites, iTunes, Spotify, that kind of thing. I also did want to remind you, to the people that already know that, don't forget to listen to my newest story. It's called Maggots Like Pearls. And it is out now, and I'm actually going to upload October's story probably like halfway through the month because I want to give people a chance to listen to it and get in the creepy spirit like right before Halloween. And so what I'm trying to say is this month's Tantalus Feast is going to be out earlier than normal. I also wanted to tell you that my story for October is my favorite story that I've ever written. That's why I saved it for October. It's a really interesting story and the story that I've spent the most time editing and working on. It's just the best story I've ever written in my opinion. So I'm really excited to share it with you. I really love your feedback on it, and I'd love for you guys to listen to it. I really appreciate those of you who do listen and like DM me and send me any sort of questions about like motivation or inspiration behind the story writing process. I really appreciate people taking the time to listen to something that I've written. It means a lot to me. So anyways, it's there if you want to listen to it. If you don't and you just came here for giant pumpkin carving, that's totally fine too. Oh yay! Yes! Look at her, she's beautiful. We're done! Look at her go! Okay, let's put the lid back on, hopefully. Shit out on my shapes. Doesn't this make sense? There's no other way that it would fit on besides this. Okay, I'm actually really confused right now. Ta-da! Okay, you have a college degree. You can put the top of a pumpkin back on. I don't think I can. Alright. Close enough. This is the final result of my pumpkin. What do you guys think? If you have an extra $50 lying around and you've always wanted to carve a giant pumpkin like me, I highly recommend it. I'll have to figure out how to put the lid on, and then I'll show you guys some shots of what it looks like at night with the lights on. We did it. We carved a giant 88-pound pumpkin. And it's still too heavy. I don't even think I can lift it now. And I think this is gonna look really cool with some big candles in it and lit up at night. That is about it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'll leave the links down below to my newest story. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe and hang out because we have a lot of October videos coming up. I hope you guys are having a great October so far. I will see you on Friday with a video. Watch some horror movies until next video. That's your homework. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!